Good evening, everybody, and happy holidays from Hope Alive 845 to your families from us. Tonight, we have Mike Greco coming in to our studio tonight. We have Sharon Tony Finch from YIT Foundation. She's going to be appearing tonight with us. We have Megan Murphy out in Orange County. And we have our very own Ryan Weber on tonight. He's going to be talking a little bit about something that happened during this week. So we're going to talk to him tonight. Next week, we are here Friday. We will let you know who will be appearing on a show during the week. So from here on out, December 10th, we'll be here, December 17th, and then December 23rd, we're going to have a 2-hour special with artists performing Christmas songs. It's going to be a wonderful night. We can't wait for it. So that is December 23rd, which is a Thursday. And then we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break for a couple of weeks into the new year. You know, we want to spend time with the family, you know, the holidays. You know, this is what we're about. So, therefore, we're going to go to our events. Our tour drive is in progress. Today is the 3rd. The tour drive ends on the 15th. If you have not registered with Hope Alive to get help for Christmas, you better do it soon, so we can get you on the list and get you ready for it. We have many gifts right now. We've been wrapping all week. We thank the staff of Hope Alive 845 for coming in and doing all the wrapping. It's been great so far. We have a coat drive that's in progress as well. That ends on December 9th, which is only 6 days away. So if you know somebody who is in need for a jacket, hat, gloves, look, contact us. You know, we can help them. Next Saturday night, we have our vigil candlelight ceremony for the missing people. The voices have to be heard. We expect you to come out and join us and support this. We have the Girl Val organization from New York City coming up. We have 911 Missing organization coming up. They're coming up here to speak. It's going to be wonderful. We can't wait for it. You know, so let's hope that we have a great turnout and let the voices be heard. This is a very important event for Hope Alive 845. And then you can come out here and see what this is all about. December 19th, this is Santa Claus. Santa Claus is coming. And about December 19th, you know, a couple of weeks ago on a post, we saw somebody make a statement stating that, oh, $5 is too much, blah, blah, blah. Look, let's get to the real facts here. $5, right? You get food. You have a face painter coming. You have gifts that's going to be here. You know, and if you're complaining about $5 to help an organization because we don't get paid by the state, you're the problem. You're the problem then. Because you can go out to another area and pay $80, not guaranteed to get in there. And plus you got to pay for parking. You know, I think that was a disgrace from what I heard and what I've seen. I do want to thank, you know, Mr. Sean Carty. He came in my office today. He said, look, I saw that post. I don't agree with that post. Let me help you guys out with this. He donated for 20 kids to come for free. Sean Carty did. He donated 20 kids to come. You know, so we give a big thanks to Mr. Carty. You know, so remember, the first 20 kids are free. So it starts at 5 p.m. So if you're going to be here with your child, you better get here early. Because once a 20 kid marks 20, then it goes into the $5 per kid. We also want to thank YIT Foundation. They have been a big help tonight with us. They're bringing Red Lobster. They're bringing a whole bunch of food up here, and even a face painting person to paint on children's faces. So you can't beat that. Technically you can't beat that. So we think YIT Foundation, they've been a huge help. Between YIT Foundation and Sean Carty, they're making it happen. That's good support right there, because we don't get support by anybody else, so that's good support. So we thank them. April 23rd, next year, the date's been set already. We have the 80s and 90s concert at the Rivoli Theater. So we'll let you know when tickets go on sale for that. It's all 80s, 90s backlash, all the good music. Let's go to our updates. Aliyah Boomer, who went missing on August 15, 2015, is still missing in Brooklyn. There's no word on her yet. So we're still working with the family in this one. So we hope we get some answers for her. Brianna Vibert went missing on July 15, 2017 in Flint, Michigan. Her mother, they joined our support group. We're helping them out. Has not been found yet. Elena De La Cruz went missing July 10th, 2021 from the Bronx. Her daughter is also is actually an officer, and the husband is a military. We thank him for his service, but she has not been found yet. So let's try to get out there and find her. Joseph Help went missing on January 1st, 1987 in Ellenville, New York. He has nothing's been heard on him at all. So we are in contact with the detectives over there to see what we can do to help. Cassandra Ramirez, who went missing in the month of September 2018 in the Bronx. Her mother is, me and her mom talk a lot, so we are trying to help the mom, get more social media out there for her. She has not been found yet. Marvin Gibbs, March 29, 1985 from Fallsburg, New York. He has not been found yet. His sister, we go back and forth, try to get some ideas. Who could we talk to? Where we could go? He has not been found yet. Omar St. Hill, May 7th, 2020 from Hempstead, New York. He has not been found yet. Rochelle Hammond, August 15th, 2019, Masco, Colorado. The mom is a very big supporter with us. Her name is Cheryl. Very nice lady. She has not been found yet. So we are in progress. They have a private investigator out there. Hopefully they can find some answers, to help the family. Shanice Harris, May 29, 2017, Rock Hill / Town Thompson. Her car was found in the / Town Thompson in Monticello. She has not been found yet. We have tried to contact the FBI. We have tried to contact the DA. They have not responded back, and it's been weeks. So we are trying to get a hold of them to see where we're at with that. Shamia Duncan, August 2nd, 2021. She was spotted in Port Authority. I just spoke to the sister just the other day. She might be in Ohio with an adult. The adult might be taking control of her. We're not sure yet. We're still working on it to see what we can find out. Stephen Kraft, April 28, 2020 from Newburgh, New York. Like I said before, his car was found on First Street, multiple tickets on his car, but he hasn't been found yet. So my question was, why were they putting more tickets on the car and not even notice anything about it? Breaking news. Isabel Garnham, she was found safe. She was a young 14-year-old girl who went missing. She has been found safe. Jason Angelo, who is missing since April 2020 in Oregon. I just spoke to his sister 2 days ago. They know nothing about him, and according to them, they're not doing anything up there for him. So we're going to try to get his name out there. Rosalind Rodriguez, who went missing November 17, 2021, over in the Bronx. She is still missing. I've been speaking with the family with this one. She's a young girl. She's still missing. So hopefully, we get some answers for that one. Jocelyn Cruz, she was missing 11/24/21. She was found. She was found safe. We were very happy that she's back home. And that's a good one, because her sister was just on our podcast last weekend. And a couple hours after our podcast, she's home. It's amazing. We amazing. A new one that just went missing December 1st in Liberty, New York. Daniel Mayfield. I have been speaking with Liberty Police Department. They've been working with me. I've been working with them. This is good. This is good that the police department is working with us to find this gentleman. He was last seen approximately over in Monticello. So if you're out in Monticello, people, look, you got to look for him. If you see him, you either call us or you call the Liberty PD or you call Monticello PD. He is, he's very paranoid. He thinks people are out to hurt him. He needs his medication. This is very important, people. If you see him, you got to call immediately. I'm right here in Monticello. Call me. I'll be up and out. He went missing at approximately about 3 p.m. He was last spotted over on the 1st over at the food pantry in Liberty, but then he was spotted last night over in Monticello. Me and his girlfriend been going back and forth every day, and her friend. So let's try to bring him home. So we're going to take a quick one because we have Mike Greco here, and we're going to get him on quick because he's Mike Greco. So we'll be right back. are back. You see all those pictures on there of all these missing people. It gets worse and worse every single day. You know, from what I counted, we got over 500 people up here in the Hudson Valley alone missing. Statewide, 300,000 people missing. So it's a big thing. It's a big problem. From missing to sex trafficking to being kidnapped, from being murdered. It's a big problem. And tonight I'm glad that we have Mike Greco here tonight because he's about change. He's about change. I've known Mike for a while. I played softball against him. He's very competitive. He does a lot with the community, especially with kids. So let's welcome Mike Greco. Hey, Mike.
How are we doing today?
Good, thank you, Mike. Welcome to our podcast, and we have a lot of people watching. Mike, you're running again this year, and you're all about the kids. Explain about what can we do to help the kids up here in Sullivan County.
Well, I mean, the first thing we really have to do is we have to start to use the word respect, right? We have to respect the kids in our community and start treating them the way they should be treated, right? As children and not problems. We need to as the village, we need to work with our local partners, the county, the town, and especially the school district. At this point, we're not in with any of them. We're not in those conversations, and we need to be, but we need to respect, our community as a whole, right? We are probably the most diverse community in Sullivan County, right here in the village of Monticello. We have every single group that you could possibly have in such a small area, right? And, it's not just about, what we can do for one part of our community, what we can do for one part of it. We have to look for the whole community. And that means everybody from all the way down towards the casino, all the way up towards the school, all the way out towards right before Kinnybrook. That's all the village, right? And we need to be there for everybody. But the big thing that we need to do is we need to find something for our kids to do, right? And
really great.
When I was worked at the village, I was head of the recreation department, and we had a very small budget, but we made it work, right? We had programs in the school, we had programs at the fields, we had programs everywhere. I mean, we gave free swim lessons at the pool. We did a lot of programs that were there for that. We also worked with Sullivan County about getting some of our young people jobs, because one thing is that most of our teenagers need jobs. They need work experience, and that's what we gave them at the village. And since I've left the village in my position, the recreation budget is zero. And you can't be screaming about a rec center and vote down a recreation budget every year. You can't be saying, well, what about our kids, when you're in a position to be in charge, but you zero out a recreation budget. Where do you expect these kids to do? What do you expect it to do? So we need to move some of our money around for our young people. And if that means, and it's not just recreation, it's also about getting some of these young people work, summer work jobs. I mean, instead of paying our very overworked DPW staff and our very overworked sewer department, our very overworked departments that we have there, maybe we get some young kids some jobs and let them lit a pluck and let them hold a shovel and let them do some of the things that's been done, right? So we can get more done. But at the same time, we can give work experience to our young people.
Right. Now, do you think that if we could do more for the kids, would it be probably a more percentage down on kids running away, kids getting snatched up from the streets?
Well, I mean, my goal has always been for our kids to want to live here, right? And if they're, I mean, from playing sports with me, right? If you have a game that day, right? If it doesn't matter if you are at 25, 35, or 15, or 10, if you have a game that day, you're looking forward to your game.
Mm-hmm.
I trust me. When I was a high school athlete, the day of a game, not a lot of schoolwork got done, right? So, but the thing is that that's the same thing. Is if we don't give our young people something positive to do, right? And it could be something as simple as a basketball league on a Sunday or a Saturday, and they got a game on that Saturday. So whatever else is going on in their world, they still got a game on a Saturday.
Absolutely.
And for a lot of our kids, school ball is great, if it works out for you. But it doesn't always work out for everybody. Not everyone is a gifted enough athlete to play school ball, but everyone is everyone who wants to play should be able to play.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing, and that's why you do rec sports, and that's why a travel AAU team could be done here. But part of that ends up being is that the village needs to open the doors to the school.
Absolutely.
And the school and the village have to work together to get these kids something to do.
Absolutely. It's because we called the Monticello school already about going in there and talking to the kids about the high risk of running away, because I know they're not teaching that in school. We know that they're not teaching them about missing people. We know that. So we want to do it. And then we decided that we want to do next year, something like a kickball league for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Let them go around to the police departments, play against them. I think it'd be a lot of fun for them. So I'm with you 100%. We want change for Monticello, because people think that Monticello they're all saying there's nothing up here for anybody or even the kids, except for big businesses like the casino. You can't take a kid to a casino, and even with their water park over there, they charge an arm and a leg to go in there.
Yep. And I will say this, the water park's amazing. My daughter's been there. It's an amazing experience, but she's been there twice. I'm just like everyone else in Monticello. I can't afford to bring my daughter to the water park every week. I'd love to. She would love it. Like legitimately, my 7-year-old would love to go to water park on a daily basis if it was up to her.
It'd be nice.
But with that said, we are in a community that is small enough that we should be supporting ourselves, right? I spent the summer, this last summer, in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, which is about the same size as Monticello. Right? It's no different size wise, but every store is open. And on a Saturday, everybody in that community is on the street. Everyone in that community is out there supporting the local businesses, right? And the local businesses are turning around supporting their local activities.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to get back to having our Halloween parade. We need to get back to having more programs on Broadway and more programs going on. And we need to really partner with everything that's up here. There's so many organizations, including your own, that do positives in this community that we don't do enough for.
You're right, because I brought it to attention that we have a connection for a county fair. We have the connection for it. I know a big company. I've known them for many years, over 30 years. I know them, and I talked to them about having the county fair in Sullivan County. Orange County has it, Ulster has it, Dutchess has it, but Sullivan County don't have it. The old casino resorts. What are they doing with that over there? Nothing. There's a big parking lot there for a big county fair. We also brought up that to attention to our county. What about a Broadway, a Christmas area? Light the whole Broadway up. Let's have a Christmas thing over there.
It's funny is that when you drive down Broadway and you see the lights on the poles, right? We used to not have those. The first time we put those up, it was me and another staff member going for every single pole, wrapping lights, and they were donated. The village didn't spend money on it. They donated lights, right? And that's all that is. And they haven't done a thing since.
Christmas village is what we're looking for.
And the thing is, we have the area for it, right?
Yeah.
There's areas for it. We have parking lots in the back of the village that are pretty much being abandoned, right? That could be used for these type of things. You just light them up, and but the thing is, again, the village, you can't, like we've all heard, the village to raise a child. The village can't do everything. We need our local businesses. We need our local leaders. We need our local town and county and school to partner up to do these things. Because we can't just sit in meetings and complain how nobody else does anything, but never bring anything to the table.
Right.
This even the first Bagel Festival, which I was involved with, the first time they did the Bagel Festival, everybody was involved. Right. When we did National Night Out on Broadway, everybody was involved. Right. And you can't just leave it to the village to do. Right. It shouldn't be the village doing it. It shouldn't be the school doing it. It shouldn't be, Hope Alive 845 doing it. It should be a community-based thing where everybody's involved. And part of that is we have to build the bridges with the other community, with the other parts of our community, because the Village of Marcel is in the town of Thompson. Somebody should tell town of Thompson that the Village of Marcel is in the town of Thompson.
Yeah.
Right. The idea that we have the town of Thompson board without one Village of Monticello resident on it, and it's been like that for years. Right. So the idea is that, if we're not going to have people on the board, then we need to be talking to the board.
Yeah.
Right. And we need to be in those meetings, and we need to be in the county meetings, and we need to be in, talking to, everybody. I mean, there's a person in charge of youth programs at the county that, she's amazing, but we don't do anything with her at the village.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And I pray, I hope you are the one, because we can relate with you. You play sports together for many years, especially when you got mad at me when I cut the line drive from you.
Trust me, you're not the only one that ever got you're not the only one that ever caught a ball that I hit at them.
Well,
it's amazing how many people caught my line drive. If you guys stop catching my line drives, I'd be, a millionaire on strike.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, but now, everybody changes. We all go separate ways. We got this. You're doing your thing now. I saw you a couple of times with the flag football. And you do a lot with the kids, and this is what we need up here, and we had a field day. And we ordered 20 pizzas for the kids. 2 kids showed up, so now you got to think, is it the parents not bringing them out?
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm saying is that, if somebody sees it as a Hope Alive event, then what ends up happening is they expect you to do everything.
Yeah.
Right.
What you
need is it's an event, like when I was at the village, without a budget, we always went with the idea that we would partner up with somebody who was doing something else and help them.
Right.
Like we would get the information out, we would get the kids involved. But again, like that part of that partnership has to be with the school district, because the kids are in the school. As crazy as COVID has been, and trust me, as a child who's never had a normal day, right? My child has never had a normal school year. Right? Kindergarten was the beginning of COVID, and she's lived through COVID ever since. She does not know what a regular school year is like. Right? So with that said, our kids are struggling through this very difficult time at school, right? And the school is doing everything they can. I am not taking anything away from the school, but we need to help them too.
Yeah.
Right. And again, I'm not unlike other people in this community. I'm not here to point out what other people are doing wrong. I'm here to point out what I can do right.
And that's the whole point. Even with transportation up here, I know Fallsburg was having an issue with transportation over there. Maybe Monticello can do something with, if in case we do have a good event, we'll partner up with you or whoever else, for the kids, and if they can't get there, maybe we can try to figure something out to get them there. Like a van or, some that the village owns, or Hope Alive owns, and we can get them there, because we need to start doing more with the kids now, because, every day it gets worse and worse and worse with the violence. It gets worse with a kid going missing or a kid running away because they're not happy. They have no social life. And that's a pandemic issue right there. They have no social life. I deal with my daughter all the time. She's happy in school, and it helped hurt her a lot last year when there was no school, and this year she's at a high honor roll, so everything's getting back normal, but then now we got nothing coming, but no, we definitely need to make change up here. We need to be better than the other counties, what they're doing. That's what we need to do.
Well, we need to start. That's the thing is that, a lot of people, complain about things that aren't here. Right. I've been hearing since I was 9 years old, and I'm not 9 anymore. Since I was 9 years old about that, we don't have a youth center in Monticello. But we have 5 Monticello Central School District buildings in the village, 5 of them, and we don't use any of them.
You can walk down Broadway and have the stores are closed.
Well, that's just it. It's not about the stores. I'm not talking about, because we need to open stores. We need to open businesses. We need, because the simple fact is when we open businesses on Broadway, then we'll get more businesses. Nobody wants to open a store next to an empty store.
Right.
So the idea is we need to get everybody possibly on Broadway as quickly as possible, and then support them. Opening a store for 3 months isn't going to help us. Watching these people who I've seen it 100 times open a business, be open for 3 months and close because nobody in the community supported it.
Yeah.
That's just not how this is going to work, guys. We need to support businesses. If somebody is going to spend their time and their money and their heart and their sweat and their tears to open a business in Marcel, and you live here, you have to go support them.
Yeah, you're absolutely, because we've been fighting since day one. We have, for support up here, and we haven't gotten any, not even from, people who we were close to. It's like, they're okay, you're another organization, but the difference until we met up with YIT Foundation, they deal with veterans.
Yep.
And we connected, and they've been a very, very big helpful with us right now, especially with the Christmas coming up, that we're doing the toy drive, the Santa Claus coming. Even Sean Carty, even though he don't know if he won or not, but to him, it wasn't about winning or losing. Is that what he believes in? And it was very respectful with him, by him doing that, what he did today for us. He brought 20 kids a pass to get in here, for Santa Claus, and YIT, they're bringing so much food up here, and a face painting person, which is awesome. We're happy with that, but, nobody knows up here about us, and we've been pushing to get out there. And, luckily, I have to give a big shout out to Liberty Police Department, because they know of us. We talked all night last night, and they know we're working with them, to help find this missing guy. And, it's just horrible. Even our local businesses up here, we supported every single local business up here during the whole pandemic, every day. Mm-hmm. But now when we ask them for support, they turn their backs. But we supported them, and you've been supportive with us. And I talked to almost a few on Facebook about everything, and I'm not going to diss nobody. I'm not going to call nobody out, but even our own mayor turned his back on me, and I liked him, and he's a real nice guy. He's still a nice guy to me, but he even turned his back on us. I'm thinking, wow, we did a lot, we helped, we did everything we could. But we're fighting too, but we're fighting for different things than what everybody else is fighting for. We're fighting for change for kids, and we're fighting for change in the policy by allowing a family to request a copy of a report to a verified organization like us to help find their loved one. And that's the only thing we're trying to push for change. And that's why I'm glad that I know you, because I know what you're all about. And I know that you're straightforward.
Yep. Yep. And the thing is that, and I have no, I know George is the same as you. And I'm not going to make excuses for George, because like I said, I don't know his situation. I don't know what the situation is with your organization. I know that, it's hard. The position he's in right now is hard.
Oh yeah, it is.
And the simple fact is that, it's not a position, like the village is supposed to be run by a village manager and a village mayor working in connection. Right. But that's not happening. Right. And George is taking on a lot of it. And I am not in the village right at this moment. I don't know the ins and outs of the situation. So I'm not going to sit here and go, well, he shouldn't be manager. He should be mayor. He should be this. He should be that. What I know is that's a difficult position to be in, because I've watched other people do it, and
it's tough.
And I know they can't do it. And I've seen it, and I know they can't do it. And honestly, me personally, I would never want to do it. But with that said, is supporting an organization, isn't always about money.
Right.
It's about your time. It's about your effort. It's about your ability to get information out to other people. And that's something that is important also. I actually had a teacher from the school who reached out to me, who wanted to know information about local sports for the youth teams, because she said in her email that, well, you used to have that job, and we just don't know if anyone else is still doing that job. So information isn't even getting shared anymore.
Yeah.
And that's partially because there is no recreation department. There is nobody there. Because, and it's funny, when I got the job at the recreation department at the village, I was told that it was a Cadillac plan. You really don't need it, but it looks good. And we like that we have it. And it makes the community think we're doing something. Was what I was told by somebody who was higher up in the village at the time. And what it is that if you leave the position as just, okay, I run, one program a year or 2 programs a year, that's not what you do. Your job is to get information from everybody out, right? And getting like in your case, getting all your information out. I mean, you put a lot of stuff on Facebook, you put a lot of stuff out there, but if you're not in my scroll at that time, I don't see it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not I don't live on Facebook. My Instagram usually pictures of my daughter, and my Twitter account is usually me looking up baseball scores. So, I mean, it's not, again, but at the same time, I'm scrolling through other people's stuff all the time. But if I don't catch it at the right time, I'm not getting your stuff. But the thing is, if we had somebody whose job it was to get the information out, press releases and stuff like that, and the village could share that information.
Right. Just like if we have an event, show up.
Yeah.
Show up. That's all. That's support.
Yep.
That's support. Or click a share.
Yep.
Click.
And again, like I said, I mean, and that's one of those things where, we as a community need to start sharing.
Absolutely. Because the community is a big thing right now, because especially with our situation with missing people, that's a big thing for us. Mm-hmm. So we need that support from the community, because it could be one of their kids going missing, and they would want what other families want, just like with Shanice Harris and the guy right now missing right now. We was out last night looking for him last night, and I feel that, if he needs medication, he could hurt himself, so that's why we're out last night looking for him last night, and then when I stopped by Monticello PD, look, this guy's missing. Okay. Like, really? I mean, come on. Come on.
And again, I mean, I can honestly tell you that of the Monticello PD officers that I know personally, right? We're very lucky that a good chunk of them are Monticello guys.
I know 2 of them close.
Yep. I mean, and I've known Justin Dawson since he was under 5 foot.
Dawson.
Right?
I know him.
Which is probably when he was like 9.
Now he's like 6'3".
Yeah, like 6. Yeah, him and Julian Dawson, who also does a lot for his community, right? And Tyrus, who I used to work with at the school. These are people who are in our community, right? Who should be more in front, who should be more of the community members, who should be the ones that community members know and can talk to.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't be just in a negative situation. That's again, it's hard on our police officers, because we don't give them the ability to be anything other than police officers who enforce rules.
And that's why we need a community to reunite with the police officers.
Yeah, but I mean, we have great police officers.
Yeah,
we have great police officers who, when they get a chance to be part of the community, are amazing parts of the community.
Yeah, I like Walker. Yep. Walker's he's amazing.
Yep. And like I said, and I've known Tyrus since he was a student in high school.
Yeah, I mean, I know a few of them, and they're good. They're good people,
and they're good people, and that's just it. So it's in our personal community, right? Our police officers just need to be emboldened more with more community activities and more and to be more involved. Yeah. Because honestly, I think if we had events where our police officers were part of the event, and part of, and could just talk to our kids and talk to, I mean, the simple fact is, if all you ever see is somebody in a uniform as the person who is arresting a loved one, right? You as a child will never look at them as anything but that.
Yeah.
If the only thing you ever see is the flashing lights, then you'll never understand that there's a person behind that lives here that cares about that community. Well, that's the fact, is that we are a very small community. And our police officers are part of our community.
Yeah.
And me growing up, I mean, I remember all those police officers that I dealt with. Chief Brennan was there for me many times. And I was not a perfect kid. Not a perfect kid. Right. And I was a runaway on numerous occasions. Right. And, and again, it was one of those moments where, like, they were out there looking for me. You know, I was brought home once when I ran away from home by a police officer who didn't question me on what I was doing or why I was doing it, but my parents called, and Moscow PD went out looking for me, and that shouldn't be any different now.
Yeah.
You know, and again, you know, but we need to enlighten our community to what our police can do, and we need to give our police the ability to do it.
Absolutely. You know, and we all need to come together to make it work, make it happen up here.
Mhm.
So, but well, Mike, I want to thank you for coming tonight.
Yep.
You know, it's always a pleasure talking to you, you know, and I wish you the best, you know, for next year.
Yep.
And I hope that we can, you know, partner up, get some events up here together, you know, just bring the kids out. Let's bring them out and show them that who we are.
So your community event it's $5 a kid, right?
Yeah, that is December 19th, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have Santa Claus here. We have YIT Foundation going to be here, a bunch of food. We're giving gifts away, you know, for each child. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, December 11th, we have the vigil coming up. You know, that's for the missing people. You know, we have some big organizations coming up for that. And that's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. with the news. They're going to be here too.
Right.
Right now, we're in process of a toy drive.
Yep.
Right now, you know, so
Well-
we're going to bring a lot of Christmas to kids.
So I remember you saying that you had an organization that was sponsoring 20 kids.
Sean Cardi did.
Okay, so Sean, I'm going to match your 20. Right, I'm also going to sponsor 20 kids.
Oh, great.
Right, I mean, I'll cash up you right now. you know, and I am asking everyone else in this community, right, sponsor somebody. It doesn't have to be for this event; it can be for any event. But you know, like, I mean, and I'm just going to be so when we did a youth basketball program, we had a thing that was called Yo Greg. The kids all knew it, right? We charged them $5 for 10 weeks of basketball. $5, 10 weeks, right? And if a kid walked in and said, "Yo, Greg, I ain't got it," go play. Right? And that's exactly how us as a community should act. If a kid can come to me and said, "Yo, Greg, I ain't got it," go play. I'll cover it. Right? So we're going to be in the same thing here. We as a community have to look out for everybody in our community.
Absolutely.
Right? And they don't have to, and I'm going to say it, they don't have to be from your street. They don't have to be from your church or your synagogue or your mosque for you to support them. They can be from anywhere. Right? They are our community. They're your neighbors. The word respect needs to go to your neighbors. It needs to go to the people down the street. It needs to go to the people that maybe you sit in Walmart and you go, you don't know them. You don't know what life they have. You don't know what life they're living through. You can still support them.
Look, everybody, that's 40 kids for free because they were sponsored by Mike Greco and Sean Cardi. You know, that's outstanding. I mean, that's kind of people who we want in our towns, our villages, our cities, because they want to do it for the kids and for the community. This is what it's all about, change. And Mike Greco, he's straightforward. Like I said, I've known him for a very long. I played ball with him every summer
and lost every game.
Yeah, and lost almost every game. Almost every game.
Make sure you're real quick to say you snagged my 9 drives.
But
you're not quick to say you lost every game.
But I was one hell of a pitcher back then. Not no more.
I really enjoyed hitting off you.
Yeah. So we thank Mike Greco for everything he's doing. We wish him the best for next year. And Hope Alive, you know, we're gonna connect with Mike Greco next year, and we're gonna do something with these kids because these kids need some get off the streets, you know, kickball tournaments. Mike, he's softball, you know, he can give me. He has the connection for us to get the fields. You know, we don't know anybody up here like that, so I will go to Mike about that. You know, so we get our kids doing something. So Mike, thank you so much tonight.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're right back, everybody.
Tonight's episode is sponsored by the Reiki Bar. Relax, release, revitalize. Take a shot of healing. All ages served. Some things we do are Reiki, crystal healing, sound healing, aromatherapy, reflexology, healing touch, divine insight, classes, and events. Come visit us at 120 Sullivan Street, Unit 5, Wurtsboro, New York, 12790. Or call us at 425-245-4101.
Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone.
We are back. What a great guy, everybody. Mike Greco. Very, very respected, person in our community. He does a lot with the community with kids. Here, can you answer that? So now our next guest is going to be Sharon. Sharon is from the YIT Foundation. We have met a couple weeks ago, and she does a lot with the veterans. God bless her soul. And she came up, and we talked a lot, and she's involved with us in the Santa Claus event. She's bringing the food up. So we thank her so much. So we're going to bring on Sharon. Hi, Sharon.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Good to see you again.
Yes, of course, of course.
So, Sharon, please tell everybody, what is your foundation about?
Yes, YT Foundation, which is well known as Yerk Israel Tony Foundation, is based really upon my story on what happened when you're military serving as a disabled veteran, as well having a preemie. We started off working with National Guard and reserves. That goes through the stages of having a preemie when there's not a NICU on any of the military posts, especially focusing on New York. So we know that they do not get the benefits as active duty when it comes to TRICARE, which is their medical insurance. They have to pay out of pocket. So while you're sitting here struggling and trying to find things and everything else when it comes to having a little one, $300 just for one person in the family. So we come in, we handle the bills, we as well handle things that per se that may come into play, as in one big thing that we're noticing is formula. Enfamil NeuroPro Infocare for preemies is not fully covered with WIC. You need a prescription for that. So what we do, we handle 12 cans per family. There's well over close to 500 families within just National Guard and Reserve, besides those in the community that we serve too. That's has to deal with paying close to 300 for just 12 cans a month.
Mm.
Moving forward, we help as well with veterans, as we know is a big population with homeless veterans. We, during COVID, were able to find affordable housing for over 478, and we're still moving on. But because of the cap of, per se, of the laws now with COVID and people are squatting in their apartments, we're not able to place anybody right now. So we're actually fighting for certain counties to actually have permanent housing for homeless veterans.
So now you're in Sullivan County, Orange County, Dutchess County, and Ulster County.
Yes, as well Westchester too, in Albany County.
Wow, that's amazing. So I'll tell everybody that you are a big part of us right now. And from Hope Alive, we want to thank you and your organization for being involved with us for the December 19th Christmas thing. I mean, it's gonna be like, I can't wait. It's gonna be excited.
I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, I can't wait because I get to dress up as an elf or maybe the Grinch. There we go. The Grinch. We do the Grinch. I mean, how can they help you as well? The community.
Within the community, I could say, one thing I definitely was listening to the last segment. He brought up Julian. United Way is amazing. I must say, with all the work that they do, we just do not focus on the veterans and National Guard and Reserve. Within the community itself, we help well over 65, just in Sullivan alone, community members that are going through struggles with their children, tough times, to where they may not be able to handle certain bills or what may have you. We come in and actually help out with that. I would say, honestly, when it comes to us, we always say just donate. It's going
Right.
to these families that we help. And right now we are at 1,200 strong with families that we are helping. And
That's amazing.
we are fighting for so many things, as in you brought up in the community center. We have been trying and we have been knocked down in Monticello to start a community center that would actually bring tutoring, that would bring different activities, such as after school programs. It's sad that with Orange County, I'm able to do that at the Armory. Our pilot program starts tomorrow at the Newburgh Armory Unity Center. And I'm trying to bring that up within Sullivan. But I understand when it comes to how people do not like change, as in when it came to the Veteran Coalition out there, they didn't like the fact we fought for the vet-to-vet services that's there now at ATI.
They
were giving out free trees for veterans. How could you be so upset about that?
Right. And I totally get it because we know how it feels to get knocked down.
Yes.
We know. Me and you spoke about it many times already. We've been getting knocked down almost every single day. But we don't give up because this is somebody's life.
Yes, it is
out there. And this is what we do. I'll be honest. I have to be honest. I almost gave this up, a couple of months ago, because it got to the point where Sullivan County does not give no kind of support. This is the worst area of all. There's a few people out here who talk to us, we support you guys. We thank you for that.
Yes, of course you're gonna be thankful, but at the same time,
right?
Talk is cheap.
Exactly. Just like I was talking about what happened with the day we called everybody out to help us put flyers out for a missing girl. Everybody on Facebook, oh yeah, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get that, we'll be there. That day came, only one person showed up, and that was my neighbor. you know, and it's so heartbreaking because we're here trying to make the change happen. You know, so many, I mean, they don't understand about a missing person in my book because if it happens to them, what are they going to do? You know, it's they were in their own backyard. So that's why I'm happy that, you know, I've connected with you, you know, and a few other people, you know, like Sean Cardi, he's a real nice guy, you know, you
He
know,
is.
even though he's a politician, but he wasn't a politician today. He came to the
He
office
was speaking
today.
the truth.
Exactly, you know, and you know that made me happy because at least I know that there's somebody out there who really thinks that believes in us that we can do what we got to do, you know, and this is the problem that we have up here. Yes, we are now members of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce now, and also that's also thanks to you, you know, because you got that for us, you know, you hooked that up for us, you know, because you believe of what we want to do means something, you know, and
It
it's, I
means
mean,
a lot to those families
yeah,
that have missing family members,
yeah,
and I cannot fathom or more or less how within the community, how within even with the politicians that are around, how could they not care unless it hits their front door? And
yeah,
I have noticed that for so long, especially with trying to build and everything else what we do in a foundation, unless it hits their front door, it's like a care in the world.
yeah, because they don't have to worry about it,
No.
you know, but those families have to worry about it. You know, they have to go every single day, every Christmas, every New Year's, every Thanksgiving without that person. You know, and it tears me up. It really eats me up. You know that a lot of people out here, you know, come on, somebody knows something. Nobody goes missing like that, and nobody knows anything. You know, it
Somebody knows
kills me.
something.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody knows something, but it's like this stigma on I'm not going to be a snitch or I'm not going to sit there rat this person out. Forget about all that. Because at the end of the day, if it was your family member, wouldn't you want somebody to come and tell you something?
absolutely, absolutely. You know, and what really irritates me the most is that yes, I've been working on a few cases up here in Sullivan County. Okay, I have Shanice Harris. I've been working on since day one.
Yeah,
Marvin Gibbs.
have.
You know, Marvin
Ugh,
Gibbs. You know, now Daniel Mayfield, who went missing on the first. You know,
yes,
what
nobody.
what really hurts me the most and kills me the most is that when I try to contact anybody, anybody about this, I call you back, and then you don't hear from them. You know, these families want answers. These families need answers. They need to know where's their child. You know,
They need to know
and
more.
yeah, exactly. You know, and this is the problem that we have up here. You know, who do you go to up here? Because whoever you go to, yeah, okay, I talk to them, but then that's it. Goodbye, out the door. You know what I mean?
And you have all these politicians to the DA. It's like you would knock on their doors, in a sense, more or less contacting their office and everything else. But I see when it comes to the political battle, if it's really not more or less um, progressing within their career, they don't have a care in the world.
They will
That's the
only
way I
come
see it.
right, and they will only come around when it's either election time or re-election time. Once they
Which
get
is true.
elected, and they don't know you no more. They don't know you no more. You know, and that's what bothers me the most because we're human beings. These missing people are human beings. You know, this it doesn't matter what they did in the past, drug dealer, wherever the case may be, they are still
They're still
somebody's
human
child.
beings.
You
Yes,
know,
they're
and that's
somebody's
just the bottom
child,
line.
mother, sister, brother.
You know, I mean, it's just like with the flyer deal. You know, we walked down Broadway, me and my neighbor. We had a good time. We did a little TikTok, showing that what we're doing. One of the stores, I forgot what store it was. I went in there, I'm like, hello, this is who I am. Would you mind if I put up a flyer in here? You know what they tell me? No, we don't put nothing up on our window. I'm thinking, really? Really?
That's how certain businesses are. Unless it's something that's going to bring more business to them, they are not going to participate in it. That's
Yeah,
how a lot of
exactly.
businesses are up there, to be honest. And
Exactly.
that's why I
Exactly.
did bring you into the Orange County Chamber of Commerce. I'm not going to lie, Sullivan is a whole total different animal
Yeah.
within itself. A lot is dealing with those within self. If it's not helping within their unity, they do not care.
No,
Where
they don't.
I see it when it comes to the counties that we deal with, where it's open arms and where they see everything that you're doing and they want to grab you, be like, yes, let's put this out on air. Let's sit there and try to help you grow.
Right.
We wish Sullivan was like that.
Yeah. And I'm dying to
You have
find
to
out
fight
what's
even the federation there. It's, a pick
Right.
and pull. And that's why I love exactly what Kathy does there and why I join in a lot and have her even corroborate with things that we're doing. Soon enough, we're
Right.
going to be handing out food and liberty. The crazy part, speaking with Mike Matucci's office, and when they were telling me that when they actually spoke to some councilmen in Liberty, they didn't even know about BATS, which is transitional housing for homeless veterans. They didn't even know about the address. They didn't even know about them. So that goes for show when it comes to certain things out there. Unless it's amongst their circle, they really care less.
Exactly. And we're up here. I mean, it gets very tiring. And I have to be honest, it gets very tiring fighting every single day just for support. It really does.
Just cannot give up. You can't give up.
And
And I say
my wife,
numbers means more than anything.
yeah, and one night I was sitting in a chair and I just blacked out, and my wife says, "Are you okay?" I'm thinking, I'm very stressful. I'm very stressed right now because we are doing so much right now to make an impact up here in Sullivan County. They don't care. They don't care who we are. They can't even stop by and say, "Hey, I want to learn." I mean, they say, "Well, we want to learn about you." The only way to learn about us is to come meet us. Meeting on the phone is not going to tell me about you. I mean,
definitely not through an email, and they're good for that.
Yeah, exactly, because that's all they would do. Either they text or they email. Come in person. Come meet us in person. Come to one of our events. Matter of fact, December 11th. If you really care about these missing people, get out here and listen to these families. Because they're the ones that are struggling, not them. And you're already going to be here.
For
So
sure.
it's gonna be a lot of fun, and our main goal is to make an impact up here. That's our main goal, and get these kids off the damn streets. That's our goal, and start lowering down these missing people. That's our goal right now, because there's too many up here.
Sometimes I wonder if they really want the kids off the street, because when you bring up a full business plan on a community center, as we did, and then you have it to be knocked down, it's insane to me. Why wouldn't you want a computer lab? Why wouldn't you want an after-school program to tutor your children, especially if you're working late? For families that are working late and still trying to figure out when it comes to daycare, or not even just that, for the teenagers that are out in the streets, why wouldn't you want a safe haven place for them?
Right. Me
It's
and
free. I don't understand.
Me and Ryan, he's our producer. He's also one of our board members. We were talking the other night about doing something besides just the Hope Alive, but adding on to it, but in a certain area for music lessons, teach them the singing wise. I don't sing. If I sing, I probably break the whole damn screen. But Ryan's a singer. He's a country. Matter of fact, coming up next, he's gonna be. He's putting out here his newest song out. So you'll get to hear it.
That's amazing.
So it's gonna be on here. So we talk about this. This is what we talk about. About doing something for the kids, music lessons, have them record. Make it feel good. And we'll see. But anyway,
And I say community center, and I say that could be added on to one of the programs, because we have
Yeah.
a pilot where Newburgh Armory Unit Center, they have that added on to the programs. I just
Right.
really don't understand when it comes to Sullivan why they're denying these things for the children.
well, me and you will come up with a game plan. We'll work
We
together.
definitely will. We definitely will.
together. But anyway, I want to thank you for coming tonight.
Thank
And-
you for having me
Yes, and I will see you soon.
on the
Soon. Yes, absolutely.
yes.
So thank you, Sharon. Everybody, that's Sharon from YIT Foundation. Look them up. Come meet her. She's going to be at our event. Come meet her. Very nice person, very helpful. And she bringing some food. So, you got to love her. Thank you, Sharon. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
So that was Sharon. Very nice lady, everybody. She is so nice. We talked so long. It's just I love it. I love it. We're gonna be right back. Here's a word from our sponsor.
Today's episode is sponsored by Steve's Music Center. That's Steve's Music Center at 248 Rock Hill Drive, Rock Hill, New York. Stop in and see Steve or give Steve a call at 845-796-3616. You can even shop online at stevesmusiccenter.net, a full music retailer that specializes in boutique guitar effects and replacement pickup. Again, give Steve a call at 845-796-3616. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Schmitz Wholesale, a family-run wholesale distributor of plumbing, heating, electrical pumps, waterworks, and HVAC supplies. That's Schmitz Wholesale, 845-794-5900 or 150 Jefferson Street in Monticello.
Okay, we are back. It's just it's so tough, and that's not a lie. I really thought, and I was thinking about this so much a couple months ago, when I was talking to my wife, just about giving Hope Alive up, because we fight and we fight and we fight and we fight for, for our families that's up here, and it's just heartbreaking, and when you have no support, it kind of knocks you back, we work every single day. My whole staff, me, Ryan, Faith, we work every single day to make this happen. We work every single day, come up with ideas. We work every single day on a missing person. We have files like stacked, that we go through almost every single day to recap on everything that maybe we missed, and the people out here don't understand this, what we really do. Instead they say, oh, we want to learn about Hope Alive, 845. Dude, ma'am, whatever the case would be, don't talk the crap. Get out here and learn about us. I'm not going to sit here all day on an email, on a telephone, explaining to them who we are. I'd rather see eye-to-eye contact so they see we're not playing. We are out here for the families. Look at my people that we posted up about they're missing, and they need coverage. Every one of them needs coverage. We don't see anybody else doing coverage for them. So they need the coverage. They need answers to be answered. They need their loved one home. And this is why we're here. Not only that we're doing with the missing people, we also deal with runaway children. You know, that's a big thing right now, a runaway child. You know, we also started dealing with woman abuse, you know, because woman abuse can turn into a missing person, believe it or not. It could turn into a missing person. You know, so the community really needs to understand that what Hope Alive is really about. You know, yeah, we hear people telling us, "Oh yeah, we're gonna volunteer for you guys. Yeah, you count us in." But when it comes down to do something, where are they? They're nowhere around. You know, so yeah, it's frustrating. You know, we have so many ideas. We have the teddy bears that that we're working on. We have the candy bars. That's a whole nother situation. You know, we're trying our best. We are trying our damnedest to get support from Sullivan County and all over the communities. You know, we need it. You know, stop in and see us. Say hey. You know, we're here every single day, and it's to the point where I'm sitting here talking to ghosts. Really, I'm sitting here talking to ghosts right now. You know, I come here every single day. I sit here every single day by myself, and I'm talking to ghosts. That just shows that my mind's going bonkers because I'm actually talking to ghosts. You know, so yeah, that's not good. You know, we need people out there to start spreading this out there. We need people out there. Stop talking this shit. Get your game on and bring it to us. That's what we want. You know, Shanice Harris is still missing, and I'm gonna be real blunt with everybody right now. I have contacted the main guy in charge over the weekend. I have contacted our district attorneys. I have heard nothing back from either one of them. Okay. This is very frustrating. I'm getting angry about this because this is a missing person going on 5 years. Marvin Gibbs, the sister, called the Fallsburg PD and asked them to give me a copy of the report so we can get involved with it. I have not heard from them either about it. You know, and it's going on 3 months. Okay. We should be allowed, if the families want us to get involved, we should be allowed to get involved. You know, they're going to be backed up with all the crime going on, all the violence going on. If they can't do it, we're going to do it. It's as simple as that. You know, I give a big shout out to Liberty Police Department because I talked to them last night. They know who we are. They called up for updates because I told them I was going over to a certain area to see if this gentleman is there. They called me up. Any updates? I respect that, and I respect what they do out there too. You know, so it's you community. You guys have to get together, and you guys got to help us out because we can't keep doing it on our own. We've been doing it on our own for goddamn 2 years already. You know, with no support, no funding, no nothing. We did it on our own, money out of our pocket to keep this going, to help these families. If you don't care about the missing people, you don't care about these families, then what? Then what? Because we care about these families. We care about them. They struggle every single day. Every family struggles. All lives matter. They struggle every single day. So our mayors, our senates, our legislators, Democrats, Republicans, the middle ones, it doesn't matter who you are. You guys are the ones who need to start recognizing Hope Alive 845. You guys are the ones that needs to contact Hope Alive 845. You are the ones that should contact the families, not 6 months down the line, right? No phone call. They need updates. We need updates. It's how it is. We're going to bring it back. Please listen to Ryan Weber's Jam.
Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you.
I was wrong, the words I spoke. I've been saying many things that are hurtful. Your tear-shed eyes, your fragile mind, 'cause I'll be dancing on.
It wasn't all that long ago. I just sat at home alone and pour myself a shot of tan, pass out in my jeans again. You come back in my dreams and hold me like you still love me. Memories so sweet it hurts. Awaking with you gone is worse. Lately, I'm a little less crazy, a little less hazy, eyes a little more clear. I'm feeling a little more healing, spending more time healing than someone smarter still. I'm doing less, wishing you were with me, drinking more water than whiskey. Last night I went out with friends. I felt like my old self again. Thought of you just once or twice, but ordered Perrier, their own ice. But tonight it all comes back. I'm staring at this Fifth of Jack, thinking you would take one drink and pour that damn bottle down the sink. Lately, yeah, I'm a little less crazy, a little less hazy, eyes a little more clear. I'm feeling a little more healing, spending more time healing than someone smarter still. Doing less, wishing you were with me. I'm drinking more water than whiskey. Lately, I'm a little less crazy, a little less hazy, eyes a little more clear. Yeah, I woke up this morning and it hit me. I'm drinking more water than whiskey.
Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone.
Okay, we are back. What a great song. Did you hear that song? It's a great, amazing song by Ryan Weber. He's gonna be on here in a few minutes. So therefore, we have a gentleman named Jason Angelos from Oregon who went missing back in April. And I've contacted his sister, Ashley. She's actually a truck driver. So I was talking to her about it, who we are, explained to her, what we could do, we could help her. So now we're working on trying to get him out exposed out there too. So right now I have Ashley Marie on the phone. Hello, Ashley.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, good. So Ashley, your brother's been missing since April of 2021?
Correct, yep.
So what happened to him? How did it start out with him?
Honestly, he's been battling addiction and depression for a long time. He's chosen homelessness, no matter how much our family has reached out to him to try and help him. He decided that he wanted to venture out, and we're originally from Minnesota. And he wanted to get out in Oregon out there, and he was doing good. It sounded like for a little while, staying with some friends, and then that didn't work out, and we haven't heard from him now since April.
Now I know that the police department has been notified for missing report, right?
Correct. Yep, they've been notified multiple times. I've been asking them to do a missing persons as well, and they just say that he's an adult and there's not much they can do.
See, and that's the problem that we're having with the police departments, because you would know your brother more than what they would know.
Right.
So as of now, was there any kind of updates on him?
There's been no updates. I've called many times to the police department. They've told me to contact or look on NamUs.
Yep.
Are you familiar with that?
Yep.
I went on there. I've checked on jail sites, prison sites. I've asked other truckers to keep an eye out for him. We've had nothing at all. And usually he calls on holidays, and he hasn't done that either at all.
So did they finally do a missing report or no?
No, they never did a report at all.
See, that's wrong. I mean, there should be a missing report on that. He's missing for so long, since April. That's what, 6 months, 7 months now about that?
Yeah, and every time I call, they say that they have notes on his date. There's a national database, I guess, and they have notes on there. And my number, all they could do is put me down as a next to kin, they said.
Now, is your mom still alive?
She is. Her health not doing very well, though. And it doesn't help with her worrying about Jason.
Right. Well, we've been posting this picture up, of course, we're up in New York, but then again, any kind of missing person could be anywhere right now.
Yep, you're right about that.
They could be anywhere. They could be, hell, they could be right down the road for all we know, and that's why I'm glad that we got a picture up of him. We're actually showing it right now to everybody right now of what he looks like. I mean, what could you say to the community to help you, get answers for your brother?
Just that it means the world to look for him. And this is one thing that I never understood or really thought about until I had a family member in this situation. People that choose, different lifestyles than we do or we agree with, doesn't mean that they're bad people. If you see him out there or somebody, he at least is a good person, and he's a follower, and he does everything he can for God. And I'm sorry if you guys you're not about that, but he's always out trying to help somebody. So that's probably the best step to look for, is if you see someone with their tire blown out or something, he's always jumping to help somebody.
Well, Ashley, I know you're a very busy woman. You're a truck driver, and they're always busy. I just want to thank you, for taking time out, by pulling over, because you can't be talking while you're driving a big truck,
Yeah.
to let us know about your brother. And we will do everything we can up here in New York to push him out more. And of course we'll definitely stay in contact with you. I have you on Facebook now. We can keep go back and forth, with updates. And I just want to thank you for joining me tonight. And be safe out there driving. There's some crazy people out there driving.
Yeah, I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and so does everyone else that's in the same situation. It's really nice. I appreciate it.
It's no problem, and you're very welcome. There's no need to thank us because this is what we do. But once again, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I know you're busy. I know you probably have a long drive back. Make sure you get some sleep. Remember, check your logbooks.
Oh yeah. I'm
So
running paper logs right now too, so I have to, keep checking. So,
absolutely, because those DOTs out there, boy, they're looking to catch somebody.
yeah.
So, but Ashley, thank you so much. You have yourself a wonderful trip back. Happy holidays to you and your family. We will definitely keep in touch about your brother as we move forward on progress.
Thank you so much, and you take care.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye. So that was Ashley Marie from Oregon. Every day a person goes missing. Every single day. Every single day. So our thing right now is that we need to help these families get closure, find their loved one, and we don't want to be harsh, with anything. I just want to put this out there because does it bother us? Yes, it bothers us a lot, because we are really busting our asses over here. Myself, Ryan, Ryan, he's doing so much, and he just launched out his own platform. So you guys might want to check this out. He launched out his own platform, just like Facebook. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I joined it. It's pretty cool. But besides doing that, he reduces, this podcast, every week. He does a lot for us. His wife does a lot for us. His wife and my wife were down here. They're wrapping up presents. It was a lot of fun. It's fun when you wrap presents for kids that is in need. That is amazing. Our kids is our future. Okay. We are still looking for more toys because last year when we did this the toy drive, we brought 150 kids a Christmas last year. 150 kids, and we got slammed on the last week. We need to get ready for this because we don't have that much right now because we wrapped a lot. We wrapped a lot. If I could show you a picture right now, you would see we did a lot. My wife and Brian's wife, they sat here for hours rapping. They probably went home dreaming about rapping. While me and Ryan was on the other side working things out, see what we could do to upgrade Hope Alive 8405. One thing that I have to say, and I have to make it very clear to everybody, please, if you say that you want to help Hope Alive 8405 in any way, form, or shape, please don't play games with us. Okay. If you're going to be a volunteer with us and help us, do it. Don't talk it, just do it. We had a few like that already. A few already saying, oh, we're going to help. We back you up. We're going to help. What do you need? But then when it comes down to that, they're nowhere around. All they give you is a question mark, or they give you a thumbs up. You know, to me, a thumbs up like that on Facebook means F you. That's what it means to me. You know, because they don't come out or nothing. You know, I'm very agitated. You know, I think I'm more agitated with what happened last weekend. You know, with the Shanice Harris deal. You know, we were out there in the cold, hand out flyers because nobody else can, but we will because we want to find her. You know, we have to find her. We have to find Marvin Gibbs. We have to know what happened to them. It's very important to us right now. So we have to find all these missing people right now. Not just one, not just two, because to me, all lives matter. All missing lives matter. You know, so this is what we have to do. You know, it's very important that, you know, we do thank Brittany Rose and Jennifer Cole. You know, they helped us out a lot with you know, with the Penny Social. You know, we thank them a lot, you know, because they came through, you know. So we're happy that they keep up with us, you know. It's just agitating, people. I mean, it's very frustrating that we don't get the support like we should up here in Sullivan County from our officials, from our legislators, from our senates. You know, a senator wrote me saying, "Hey, I want to learn about Hope Alive," but look, if you want to learn about Hope Alive, you have to come out here to learn about Hope Alive. Once again, you have to come out here. December 11th, the vigil services we're having. We expect some people to be here. You know, it's a very, very important night for Hope Alive 845. And it's also an important night for the families of the missing. We're going to have hot chocolate. I can tell you that right now because it's probably going to be chilly. But we're going to have a hot chocolate. And we thank Steve's Music Center in Rock Hill. You know, they're going to provide us with the PA system, the speakers, the microphone. You know, so we thank them a lot. You know, they've been very helpful with us. You know, we do thank the Riverly Theater in Waldberg because we go back there April 23rd, everybody. Put down your calendar. April 23rd, you're going to be hearing the old school music from the 80s and the 90s, baby. You're going to hear some good music from country to rock and roll to R&B to the old school hip hop, not today's hip hop. Okay, let's get that clear. Old school hip hop, because we don't want no cursing. You know, we are a family, child friendly organization. That's who we are. Please, you know, if you want to help out Hope Alive 845, please contact us at 845-707-4124. If you wish to donate to our organization to get us in the right area where we need to be at, please do. You can either come to our office, which is at 343 East Broadway, suite number 4, Monticello, New York, or you can go to our website, www.hopealive845.com. Next week, we will be here Friday. So the rest of the month, except on the 23rd, we'll be here on Fridays. The 23rd will be our last podcast for a couple weeks until we get into the middle of January. We'll be working with new stuff coming in. You know, it's going to be exciting. The December 23rd will be here for 2-hour special for the Christmas holiday. We're going to have artists performing as well. So it's going to be a great time that night. You know, we wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, a safe New Year's. But once again, please, everybody, you know, let's help out. You know, let's get more involved with Hope Alive April 5. We can use your help right now. We can use everybody's help right now, you know, because we're doing it on our own right now, but we're doing it for a reason, because we care about missing people. And this is what we want to do. So if you say you're going to come out, please do. Don't say you do and you don't come. Or if you want to help us get what we want to get, please do. You know, we're just trying to make a big change here, everybody. we're trying to make change. Like I said before we got interrupted, when I was talking to my wife a couple months ago, I told her I don't want to do it no more. I just want to do it. Why am I doing it? For what? Just to get knocked back down again? Why am I doing it? They don't care about it. Why should I care about it? That's exactly what I told her. And she told me, but this is your thing. This is your thing. You have to keep going with it. This is your thing. She wanted me out of the other game I was in. I was out there catching people on warrants. She wanted me out of that, because it's dangerous. But she wants me to stay in this part because I'm helping the family. But I'd be honest, I didn't really want to do it no more. I didn't want to do it no more. After our music fest is when I started deciding that I didn't want to do it no more, because the music fest was a flock. I'd be honest, it was a flock. It was a flock. And if it wasn't for Knights Order LMC, it probably would have been worse, because they helped us out more. And the Rivoli last year, it was good, but our field day was a flock. It was a flock. It was depressing. It was a shame. But that's why I'm glad I got good staff. I got smart staff right now. We have smart staff. We have Ryan Weber, a genius. His wife, a genius. We have Mile the Half. She the smartness. Book smart. Thomas, he's our advocate because it's his daughter missing. So we can't really, bring him in too much because we know the pain he's going through. But he is always there when we need him. He is always there when we have events. Even though he's dealing with his missing daughter, he is still with us, just like his wife, just like his other daughter. They are still riding with us because they believe in us as well, and we believe in them too. So therefore, we want to thank everybody for coming tonight. It's been a long one. We hope to see everybody next week. Like I said, we're here Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you wish to get involved with us, please come in, see us one-on-one. We're here. The toy drive ends December 15th. So keep that in mind. If you know a family that's struggling, send them over to us. We'll do our best to help them out, even though we're starting to run short now. So we're asking for more donations from whoever can donate to the toy drive. Please do, because we're going to need it. And December 11th is our big one. December 19th, we thank Sean Carty for donating 20 kids. We thank Mike Greco for donating 20 kids. And just real quick, because I know we got 2 minutes. This happened, and I'm going to be honest with you right now, because Ryan wasn't going to get on and talk about this. But now I don't think he wants to. So, do you want to get on, Ryan, and talk about this? No? Okay. So, I'll talk about it quick. This all started out from a post on the Suffolk County Post. This is how it started out. We have Santa Claus coming with, we had food, we had gifts, and we were going to charge $5 for our organization to help us raise funds, because nobody knows what's really going on with the funding deal. Okay. We are $8,000 in the hole. I'll be straight up with you. $8,000 came from us, our own pocket, not from nobody else, our own pocket. We didn't get no funding from the state. We don't get paid by the state. So we charge $5. Okay. Somebody, I forgot the name, but somebody went on that post and they made a statement. They made a statement saying, why charge $5? Why charge $5? People don't have it. We understand that. but we can't keep doing it on our own. Okay, to keep doing events. Okay, so Ryan made a post up. He was agitated. He was very upset, because these people who state this can go out and purchase an $80 ticket at Bethel Woods. Not guaranteed you're going to get in. Plus, you got to pay for parking. Okay. So somebody else puts a post up over top of us and says, Santa Claus free. The difference between us and them, we're actually through New York State. We are actually through a public charity. We are actually a 501c3, tax exempt. That's who we are. We're legit. We're verified. So Sean Carty, many might not know him, but he was running for a position over in Fallsburg. Now, we don't get involved in all that. That's not our business. We wish all candidates the best. But he messaged me. He's like, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. I said, yeah, this is what we've been fighting for a year up here in Sullivan County. This is what we've been fighting. The whole staff is what we've been fighting up here. So he says, what's your mailing address? So I said, well, I'm at the office. He said, perfect. He came over this morning. He says, look, I support you guys 100%. If I lose the election or if I win the election, I support you guys 100%. He donated for 20 kids free. That's what he did. He came in here. He said, here, this is for 20 kids. I appreciate that. Tonight, Mike Greco donated for 20 kids. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know Mike. I know Mike for a very long time. Okay. He didn't do that because he's running next year. I can guarantee that right now. He didn't do that for that. He didn't do it to get your votes. He didn't do that. I would vouch for him right now. He did it because he believes in the children like we do. That's why he did it. And we respect them so much for that. Everybody else that we've been trying to get a hold of, fighting to get support, they turn around. Like they're too busy for us now. So there is what started everything right now with this situation, with the post of Sullivan County. This is what we fight for every single day up here in Sullivan County. YIT Sharon, she helped us out. She got us into the Orange County Chambers of Commerce. We're very happy. We look forward to working with Orange County now. We're also a member of Dutchess County Chamber of Commerce. And my wife now, she paid $500 just to get into that Chamber of Commerce. My wife did. Because she wanted us to expand out. $500 just to be a member. That's a lot of money. And especially when it comes down to your own pocket. So, I mean, this is where we're at right now. And we hope that next year brings a better future for Hope Alive April 5, because if it's the same next year, we're going to close down Hope Alive. It's as simple as that. So we hate to do it, but this is what we're going to have to do. It's the same way next year. If we can't get no support up here, there's no point of us eating our own pockets out. For what reason? Just to get turned down. So I have to be honest. That's just how I am. So we hope for a better year next year. So anyway, we thank everybody for joining us tonight. We're way over our time now. And I think Ryan, I think he wants to go Taco Bell. You know, so yeah, it sounds good. But anyway, listen, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Sorry. Now you're back in line. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. If you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. Yo, what's coming in?